Hey guys, welcome back to HuckDiary. Today we'll be converting the pedals into pegs. So stick around if you want to see how that's done. All right, so as you might know by now, you actually can't get a Huck Stinger or a Rebel with pedals anymore. They don't make them with pedals. Your only option is pegs by default. Now, I actually ordered pegs, but there were a couple changes in the order and they got it mixed up. So they actually sent me a Huck with a pedal kit on it, which is actually a $300 upgrade at the time. So reached out to them. They were quick to send me the foot peg kit. What comes with that is the two sides that I'll show you right now. You probably are familiar with that look already. The 2 foot pegs, these are some spacers, and they actually only gave me the bolts. So I went ahead to my local hardware store, Lowe's in this case, and got some nuts, and then a drill bit as well to drill into the frame. So as you'll see here, the frame is actually not drilled, so we'll need to drill to that plate right there. So what I have actually is a 1/4 inch steel drill bit, as well as a 1/4 I don't know how you read that, nuts. So obviously you need 8. For whatever reason, they didn't send them to me, so not a big deal. But I got 6, and I have 2 more around the garage, so I'll be using that. But you'll definitely need a total of 8. So this is what we'll need. All right, guys, so first you'll need an 11mm socket here for the nut right here. And it seems like the nut is the same size as the ones I got, so I might be able to use these 2. So 6 plus 2, that should cover the 8 for me, and I don't have to use something else from the garage here. So you're just gonna go ahead, use the 11, I'm gonna loosen that. So I don't wanna take it off all the way, because I noticed that it's gonna get a little stuck. So what you want is just enough, and then you wanna give it a couple. So basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get this piece out. So you're gonna go loosen it, but leave it on a little bit, and then you're gonna give it a couple taps until you feel it getting loose. And then you take it off all the way. You don't wanna lose that, you want that back. And then let's see. And that comes off, and then this should come off as well. Cool, that came off. So the first pedal is off. I'll do the same with the other one. The other thing that we want to do here before I get on the other side, since we're here. All right, guys. So first thing you want to do is you want to locate the link here that looks different than the rest of them. Basically, we need to try to get that off. There are a lot of different styles, and a lot of them are a lot easier to take off. This one seems like it's going to be a little interesting. So let's see if we can take this one off. I'm going to try a couple different things here. I'm going to try to pull these together here and see if that would. Oh, there we go. Again, I don't really care about this chain, and this piece can probably easily be replaced. But all I had to do was jam this in there, and then just push down and twist it. So take it off the other side, and the chain is off. I'll probably keep this piece for reference, just in case. But again, I don't need that, so I'm not planning on using it anytime soon or ever. So that's how you take off the chain, and that's how you take off the pedal. I'm gonna go ahead and take off the other side. Let's see if I can take it off from over here. That going on the other side. Right, so same deal, 11mm bolt. I'm gonna loosen it just enough, and then I'm gonna give it a couple taps. There we go. Right when it falls through, you know that's when you're good. or it moves in a little bit. So we're definitely gonna be reusing this. And then same pin comes off and the pedal should just pull off. All right, this time around, a couple washers came off with it. So we'll be saving those. And this whole thing just comes off. This is how you take off your pedal assembly, for whatever reason that is. Now, as you'll notice as well, this piece here, or this part, stays on. I'm not planning on taking it off, honestly, just in case whatever I give it someone or sell it and someone wants to put the pedals back on for whatever reason, they can still do that. So next thing is we'll be drilling into the frame, and I'll show you step by step how we're gonna do that using the steel drill bit, 1/4 inch. And the rest is really just, you know, some nuts and bolts, and we should be all set. All right, here's quick proof that this is the 1/4 inch bit that you need. This is where we're gonna be drilling through. See, it goes in perfectly. So we'll go ahead and use that. So what we'll do is I'm gonna use a couple clamps. Obviously, coffee is a must. It is 11 p.m. right now on a Saturday night, so definitely need that. I'm gonna use a couple of these clamps to hold it in place. So eventually what will happen is this will be on the inside, but I'm gonna go ahead and start the drilling on the outside, and I'll show you why, just because so you can reference it. So I'm gonna go ahead and use some of these clamps. Let's make sure everything is held in place. I'm gonna change the camera angle here so you can see a little better. All right, so that below, yep, there we go. So what we want to do is we want to find the perfect spot for this on the outside. You just want to align it. I'm just going to hold it down with these clamps. Not fully relying on these clamps, but they're definitely going to make my life a lot easier. You don't necessarily need them. You can always start your drilling by hand. You know, hold this here and then have the drill in the other hand and call it a day. But as you can see, this is making my life a lot easier. Got my drill here. Turn my drill bit. It's good and tight. All right, so I'm going to start with the top ones, since they're the most accessible. So I'm just gonna slowly make sure your hand is leveled. All right, so as you can tell, that is definitely a lengthy process. It takes some time. That's gonna be hot, don't touch it. So definitely take your time with it. You don't wanna push too much on the bike and risk it flipping over. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick test. All right, so like I said, these actually ended up working. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a quick test, make sure it fits. I feel it on the other side. And yeah, the hole is good. So what I'm gonna actually end up doing is screwing in these as I make the additional holes. Main reason for that is, you know, just hold it in place. All right, there we go. Not too tight, because I'm gonna eventually end up taking this off and putting it on the inside. But just for now, I'm gonna keep that. Now I'm gonna make sure, you know, check my alignment again on the front. on the bottom here, and then I'm gonna do the opposite bottom left now instead of top right. All right, there we go again. I'm gonna take another one. I'm not gonna use the nut this time around, but I'm just gonna hold it in place so it doesn't move up and down. All right, I'm gonna do top left now. All right, one more, and then the last one, and then we'll get started on the other side. Now for this one, I'm probably all set. I can drop at least one of them. Go ahead and do the bottom right. All right, and there we go. That's all 4 of them. I'll go ahead and take these off. Let me loosen this one back here. All right, so we got the 4 drilled in here. I drilled into the H a little bit, which is will be fine. So we'll go ahead and take this. We'll need to place it on the inside, like so. And then we'll take the other ones just to hold it in place. Let's put actually the first one in. There's a drill for a lot of things. Have patience for a lot of things, but opening these plastic things, I don't exactly have patience for. Alright, we'll take these out. And these are 10 millimeters, so I have a 10 millimeter socket here. Or actually 11, apologies. The front is actually 10. So we'll go ahead and put the 10 millimeter on, so that holds the front. Alright, and then we'll start this off by hand. I'll actually need to let me use these instead. That socket is too long. I'm just not going to tighten it all the way, just a little bit, so it can hold. And then I'll continue with these. Maybe if I'll go ahead and tighten all of them, then squeezes in enough. All right, so all 3 are really tight right now, so hopefully this one is easier now. Oh, there we go. That was a trick. So now, go ahead and tighten the last one. All right, so this is pretty sturdy. Honestly, even if I got stuck, I would have gone without it as well. But this is really sturdy now, so we're good to go on this side. Let's go ahead and do the other side. All right, so let's get started on the other side. It's gonna be the same exact approach. Let's go ahead and save this so you want to. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take our other piece. Let me just make sure where the shot is in. Yep. So we're gonna go ahead and do the other side. This one goes in the opposite direction. Oops, that way. But for now, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and align the front. Use these clamps to hold it in place. Switch the battery here. Wow, this battery's dead too. If you're wondering about the rear sprocket, you probably can't see that right now with the lighting, but I'll be taking that out once I swap or switch to street tires. I'll figure out a way to take that out. I probably wouldn't like the sound that it makes. That's one of my pet peeves here, especially when it's the pedals were really for show. So as part of replacing or swapping to street tires, which should be coming soon, I'll be taking that out as well. All right, and now we should have some juice in one of these batteries. So we'll continue with the drilling. I don't know what these are called, the nuts with the little rubber at the end, self-locking or whatever they're called. Yeah, don't get those. They're, especially with the length of this bolt that they send you, it barely clears on the other side. And these are not the best for it. And I don't know if they're really needed. Not exactly going in right now. So I'm gonna have to figure this out. I'm probably gonna have to get a different nut for this. Nonetheless, we can continue this video. This is only one missing, so I have 4 on the other side and 3 on this side. As you can tell, this is really sturdy. So you could probably be without it, but anyway, I'm gonna figure out what's going on there and then get that. So in the meantime, what we need to do now is they send you 2 of these. This goes in between like so. You've probably seen them in pictures. And depending on where you want to put your pegs, your foot pegs, you can move it around. I think so far I'm going to be putting the foot pegs somewhere, I don't know, in front here. I'm going to play around with them. So it's either here or here. So I'm not going to use these, whatever you want to call them, stabilizers, links, whatever you want to call them, support things. I'm going to put one in the very front. And they just fit in like so. There's Allen key on both sides. And then just take the other one and I'll tighten them. Like so. All right. And then the other one I'll probably put in the second to last, right there. that side is tight. Side is tight. Get the front. Front is good. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm sitting all awkwardly, I had knee surgery a couple months ago, so it's pretty awkward to sit on the ground. Anyway, all right, so last but not least, we'll go ahead and install the foot pegs. I think the way I sit, for the most part, I would want them somewhere here in the middle, but nice thing is you'll be able to adjust these. So, screw on like so, and then that's it. Oh, actually the other way around, sorry. That way, when you're not using them, they go up like that. You need them, you go down. Go ahead and do the same with the other side. Oh, where's my Allen key set? It's not gonna fit. All right, well. All right, there we go. All right, so quick test fit. Turn on. Yeah, this is a good positioning. I don't know, I'll have to go on a ride and test it out. This definitely gets in the way, so I don't like it as much back there, so I might end up moving it a little forward, like so. Line's better with my knee as well, so I'll probably end up moving it to the front. But you can see how these are easily adjustable. All right, guys, so in this video, it was quite the journey, quite the mess that we created here, but we were able to do it with little to no research, really. So what we did here was remove the old pedal kit that came with it, which was pretty easy. Had to drill into the frame, ran into a couple issues because had to get my own nuts and they didn't fit. Not all of them worked perfectly, and the bolts were a tiny bit too short for these self-locking nuts. But nonetheless, we got them all working, except for that last one. I'll figure that out later. You see how that fits now, how that works out. They're adjustable. I'll be moving it to the front. Rear sprocket, sorry. I'll end up swapping that when I get to my street tire swap, hopefully soon. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. But I've been super excited about this project here. I'm expecting it to make a huge difference when I'm riding on turns and stuff like that. When you lean into the corner, you're definitely gonna feel a lot more stable. All right, hope you guys liked this video. Thank you for sticking around. I know this was quite the journey and quite the process to get this swapped. If you guys have any questions, concerns, please let me know in the comment section below or DM me on Instagram, HuckDiary, and see you in the next one.